Hey everybody, this is Salome here with another edition of Digital Marketing FAQs. Today's question is, how can I avoid penalties from Google algorithm updates? It's a good, solid concern. You should be looking for ways to make sure that Google continues to come to your website and give you the credit that you deserve for all the hard work, and you're not accidentally, doing anything wrong that would hurt you in the future, because like I said, all that money and time, everything you've invested goes down the drain if you ever get penalized and you can't really get rankings for the hard work. So I'm gonna break this down, so let's roll. All right, so to get to the answer here, I've kind of made a couple of notes here for you to understand what it takes for, how do you tick Google off, right? These are some of the ways that you can screw it up really badly. And let's just make sure that you avoid these scenarios. The first one is, a lot of times people think that just trying to tell Google over and over what you're trying to optimize for, that you're helping Google out. In fact, Google already knows what your site is about. They already know how the users are engaging. It's already ranked you into its own search results. You may not be on the first, second, or the 10th page, but you're already in their system ranking somewhere for that keyword that you're trying to optimize for. By going over the top, there is a possibility that you are over optimizing your site. And oftentimes with just not trying to, cause any issues here, you think you're kind of creating more and more value, but it's really not. It's kind of becoming borderline spammy, if not really spam. Every picture has the same alt tags, and every title tag looks like identical, or you have certain keyword density that's over the top, right? It's just like, man, don't do that, because if you do that, then what's going to happen is you will get penalized, right? You're going to get penalized, not a manual action, but it is going to hurt you in the next algorithm updates, where there are major updates done on a quarterly basis. You're going to run into some issues, so avoid this at all costs. Create content that is unique, that can be read by any human. They won't feel like, this is not made for humans. This sounds like it's made for search engines. That's what you don't want, right? You don't have to mention your company name 50 times. Google already knows whose website it is and what your brand is. So sadly, just understand that it's a lot smarter than people think it is. Don't over-optimize. It'll get you into trouble, knowingly or unknowingly, all right? Or make sure the folks that you've hired to do the SEO, if it's done internally, you use a consultant, they too know this can cause issues, is a huge aspect of getting out of trouble. It's a lot harder to get out of trouble than to just not create any trouble at all right? Second one is, again, what Google is really concerned about and why you might get penalized in the future is you're trying to manipulate what Google already is made to do, right? It doesn't like it when you're trying to, again, over-optimize or manipulate search engines or cloak the people or create redirects and, put text, in the same color as the background. Stuff that used to work back in the day when people thought Google wasn't as smart, but is way smarter than anybody. It can outsmart any human being at this point. So why waste your time and energy trying to do all these tactics that are not really going to be a sustainable business, right? It's not going to create any value long-term, duplicate content and all kinds of stuff that you try to do to outsmart Google. Google knows it from far just because there's been too many attempts. So Google engineers already figured it out, and they already have it in their algorithm to watch out for garbage, so it doesn't get anywhere. And if it does get anywhere, it's going to be very short-term before that gets penalized and you go on the wayside. Another thing is, people often think that if I buy some links to my site, some high quality whatever links, again, that could be some spammy site that you're getting the link from, and you think that this is only helping you because it's apparently high domain authority, that can get you into trouble. And a lot of people buy links from sites, they publish that they sell links, or from some kind of an Excel spreadsheet where people are out there trying to spam you to death, trying to make you buy links. Don't think that Google doesn't have the same Excel spreadsheet and the same domain names. Unfortunately, when they remove those sites from index, everybody that have gotten a link from can also hurt you. So why go out of your way? Again, this is not natural practices. People don't just magically appear with anchor text that are exactly the keyword you're trying to optimize for on random websites, right? So anytime that looks too obvious, looks over optimized, in the eyes of Google, which is why we practice only white hat SEO strategies that will never get you into trouble. In fact, never in my history I've ever gotten any of my sites, right, penalized, right, as a manual action, because we don't practice all these things that people say that you need to do to be able to rank on the first page of Google. Next one, as I just mentioned, a whole bunch of spammy different tactics. Anything that you do that is not natural will hurt you in the long run if it doesn't already, right, it's not already set up to hurt you in the short run. So stop doing any black hat techniques, buying links, like I said, putting, extraordinary amount of content that is not original and copying from different websites and just stealing things from the internet and creating content or throwing any links at it. Let me give you another type of links that you should avoid is what's called the PBN links, right? These are private blog networks where you don't even know where the domain name has been in the past. You're buying links from random websites or asking somebody to put a link on their website that have been through probably previous manual penalties in the past. You don't really know, or owning such domain names and getting your own sort of network going of sites. These are all things that you don't have to do. Guys, it's really easy to rank on the first page of Google. You don't have to make it this difficult to rank, because what's actually doing is you're gonna get yourself in more trouble. So the way that I like you to think about it is, if you really love Google, which a lot of people do, then you gotta give some love to Google as well, all right? You wouldn't do this tactics if this was your loved one. So what you wanna do is really figure out, what can I do to add value every single day to my users? What can I do to build a relationship with real website owners? What can I do to add value to somebody else's life today? And how do I put the latest content, the best content, the most thought out answers? How do I add value by maybe tweeting it out and sharing it with the world and engaging in real conversations, becoming an authority in my industry? That's what you need to be looking at. That's what you really want to be doing, is this part, not all these spammy tactics people say that you need to do or you've read on a forum. If you read it on a forum, chances are it's probably a bad forum, all right? Not every forum is really meant for high quality, amazing stuff. You want to make sure that the forums that you hang out in are the best sort of areas or neighborhoods, if I may, in terms of SEO strategies. Follow the best SEO guides out there, especially the ones that are not out there to make money or sell a software or tool or a link or something like that. That will get you long-term solutions. You really want to understand what Google is after and optimize it from the eyes of Google. You'll never have to worry about penalties. Stick with white hat solution. That'll get you long-term success. Thanks a lot for asking this question. It means a lot. And I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Subscribe to our channel. Until next time.